Welcome back, everybody. Hot Mic rolls on in a busy Monday morning. We got a bunch of emails we'll get to here before we wrap up the show. Update things on coaching searches, portal searches, all that kind of good stuff. But we'd be remiss if we didn't visit with our next. I think the last 4 Mondays we've had a hero from a state tournament over the last month and a half, and it seems fitting we have our next guest on because he might be the most desired person to talk to after what happened on Saturday evening in Bismarck after Kindred's epic comeback to knock off Devil's Lake to win the Class A championship, down by 26 at one point, down 20 at halftime. The Vikings rallied as Brooks Bakko with the game-winning shot to give the Vikings a second boys basketball state championship. And he joins us here today. So the obvious question is, what in the world happened at halftime? Was that the greatest speech ever given?
Yeah, Coach Will wasn't that happy with us, and to be honest, it was a lot of the team members that, talking about it too. We worked all season, and then we come out like that. We were all pretty disappointed.
All right, so take us through when Jake's at the line and where you're positioned, and then you can take us from there after the second free throw goes up.
Yeah, so we had a plan whether he was going to make or miss. Yeah, and Jake shot it, bounced. Presley got the board. I cut straight to the basket. I thought I was going to get a dunk right there, but Presley kicked it out to Carson. Carson took the shot, and I thought it was money, bottom of the net, but just bounced straight up to me and, jumped as high as I could and tipped her in.
Okay, so you make it, and then it's just bedlam. What do you remember about that?
I just remember I looked up at the clock and there was like half a second left, and then I was like, "It's done, it's over." Then I just ran. I saw Jake and we jumped on each other, and then pretty much the student section came and brought us all the way down the court.
So, Brooks, this is the obvious question because people that even shoot hoops in their own driveway think this is for the state championship. This is to win the game. You just live that out. I mean, what goes through your mind when I say that?
Yeah, I mean, it's honestly a dream come true. It still doesn't seem real. Just the whole aspect of the game, being down 20 and whatever, and then that's how we win it off last 5 seconds of the game on a game winner. It's just surreal.
So it's funny you say that because I watching the replay when Peraza got the rebound. I'm like, you're wide open. Did you expect you were going to get the ball?
Yeah, right away I thought I was going to get it, and I mean, no one was under the hoop, so I was probably just going to dunk it. And how I can't imagine how loud that gym would have been.
Well, hey, this was more dramatic anyway. That to have the finish the way it did. Take me back to the first half. You guys are getting your butts kicked. I mean, what? Why? Why do you think? Why did that? I mean, Devil's Lake couldn't miss, obviously, to start.
Yeah, like you said, that was like they were on fire. I mean, they hit like 8 threes in the first half, 8 for 14, I think it was. And we were just playing hero ball on offense. Once we kind of slowed down, trusted each other more, the offense started rolling, and then that led to defense in the second half, and we started locking down more.
So when you get it to within 13, you get it to within 10. What's the mindset on during the TV timeouts? What are you guys saying on the bench?
Yeah, our goal was to get it to 10 or under at the start of the fourth quarter. I think we were at 11. So we were already pretty happy that we cut the lead down. And then it was just pretty much just a repeat of the third quarter. A couple big plays towards the end of the game too.
It's just how much are just the juice flowing there? Okay, we're making shots, we're getting stops on defense. This is how we played all season long. Did it feel like that once the fourth quarter rolled around?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, in practice, we do this drill. You got to get a stop to get points on offense, and that was pretty much our thing. We got to get a stop first on defense, and then that allows us to get points on offense.
To then when you come back and you've got the lead, just does it seem like okay, surreal? I know you're in the middle of the game, but you're down 26. Now you're up by 1 with whatever was 3 minutes to go.
Well, yeah, I mean, at that point, we just have all the momentum. We got our confidence back. We're up finally, and it's just pretty much just keep playing hard and keep doing what we're doing.
The obvious question, Brooks, is this is the team that beat you last year, and I know Coach Whale was on the show with me last week, and it was I guess maybe unspoken motivation. You can talk about that with the guys. How much was last year's game burning, not just Saturday, but all year long?
Yeah, 100%. It's been on the back of our mind since, last year at this time. They ruined our perfect season. They beat us in the state championship. We knew we'd have a really good chance to get back there. And we knew we wanted them too. We wanted to, get our revenge this time.
So, just if I'm keeping track here for you, you won a state football championship as a freshman, now a state basketball championship as a sophomore. I'm not sure what else you have planned. You still have 2 more years left. What else do you have on the checklist here?
I mean, to be honest, just state championships. They're the most fun part of high school sports. So hopefully we can keep getting back there.
All right, so tell me afterwards. The video's out on social media because I remember in 21 when Kindred won it in Minot. That's when the pool tradition started. So tell me about what happened Saturday night and getting Coach Whale to get into the pool, full suit.
Yeah, we all the players jumped in, and then we just started chanting for him. And I mean, there's no way you can get out of that once you have 50 people chanting your name. So we got him, we got all the other coaches in there, and then we started just chanting our parents' names and stuff. We got pretty much every parent. Most of the town of Kindred was in that pool that night.
That reaction, just to have that moment with, I know a couple of your teammates are done. How special was that to have that Saturday night, yesterday, driving back, and even heck, going back to school today?
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, I'm so happy for these seniors that they got to end their year with, a state championship. They're such good leaders, such good athletes, and just such good people as well. Like they're so nice, and they've won more games than just about anybody in the state of North Dakota. So I'm just really happy for them.
To have it, I mean, at the state championship game, I mean, just has this sunk in yet, or when do you think it will for you personally? What you just did.
I don't really know if it's gonna sink in. I mean, I've probably watched the game twice already, um, and it just keeps getting more entertaining, and I'll probably just keep watching it.
Is there something you've watched that you missed or didn't realize during the game?
Yeah, there's always some of those. When you really watch it back, you realize how terrible we were in the first half, and it's just kind of just adds to the story, coming back and all that.
So I know you excel in the football field. You're really good in basketball. The obvious question is, you got to pick one. Have you decided yet for the next level? Because I know you're getting interest in both. And when do you try and make that decision?
Yeah, I haven't decided yet. I'll probably just see how the recruiting process goes for both the sports, and whatever one I'm more comfortable with my junior senior year, whatever one I like more, whatever opportunity fits me the best, I'd say is the one I'll go with.
Last question before I let you go, and I really appreciate the time this morning. Going to school today, did it? What's the day been like so far for the first couple hours?
Yeah, it's been pretty chill. I mean, a couple of different people have asked me about the game. I give them the same old response, but yeah, it's pretty cool. Seeing all the teammates in the halls, repping their Kindred gears, knowing that we're state champs and no one can take that away from us.
Does this mean we get round three, like the rubber match next year? Can that happen? Since they got one, now you got one. Can we do it again this time next March?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a tie right now, so I guess we gotta hopefully we can make it back there again and see if they're there too.
I know you're a busy man and a tired one at that. I really appreciate the time this morning. Congratulations. Enjoy this. And thanks for the great memory on Saturday.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you having me on.
Brooks Bakko joining us from Kindred, the state champion hero after the Vikings beat Devils Lake on Saturday. It's funny, Eric, if you could cue up that video again when you have a second, man. Until he said it, I watching the rebound live. Presley Peraza gets it, and he is wide open underneath the bat. I don't know if Peraza could have got, maybe because as Bakko's flashing in the lane, but you know what? It ended up being the best finish possible. Shout out to Cullen Holt and Zach Dosh on a great call as well of the game on Saturday. That was fantastic. I've had the really, really good fortune of calling a couple of state championship game winners, which, I mean, as a broadcaster, you dream of that. If that ever happens, you just hope you live up to the moment. Those guys did. Our entire crew did. I'm going to save that for our last segment. But to go and be able to do it in that pressure moment, man, that's something else. You feel certainly for Devils Lake today, for their team. And you saw we had some unbelievable shots after the game, of reaction of the Firebirds, and that's the gut punch of all gut punches. There's no other way to describe that. I don't know how you get over that. You may never. That's one that festers forever in the back of your head, especially if that was your last game. That's really tough. We'll break. We come back. Got a bunch of emails we'll get to from the show, and we'll get you ready for a busy Sports Monday. We got hoops tonight here in town. We'll tell you all about that when Hot Mike wraps on this Monday morning right after this.